What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy today to welcome you to another episode of our Shadowrun Returns LP. So where we had left off, I literally just kind of cut off the recording and then jumped it back in. We had all of our characters here, and we were looking forward to jumping into the NTSB building and hopefully getting into a little bit of trouble. And so I suppose we'll exit from the scene now. Let me actually tab around really quickly while holding down the Alt key and see if there's anything we can loot within line of sight. I don't see anything, but there is the possibility that there might be loot laying around. I wish that the enemies dropped loot much in the way that things in other games drop loot. Sometimes I feel like it's a little lackluster butchering people left and right, when really sometimes it's not worth the expenditure. So we'll grab, oh, everybody has to be here. Weak. They're pulling the old Baldur's Gate trick on us. Oh, one at a time, so I guess we're gonna just kind of move everybody over here. Hopefully we're not fighting in two scenes at the same time. That would end up being messy. Let's see if we can move outside of our comfort zone here. Alrighty. So maybe if half the people are here? God. Alright, let's do this the hard way then. Let's get everybody lined up. There we are. So everybody is now entering the next scene, and hopefully we get to do a little bit of the old bang bang here. So spirit talk. You head inside the darkened warehouse with Shaman. Her eyes have that far-off gaze associated with looking into the astral plane. When the world changed, the Native American tribes made a resurgence as well, demanding a place in the new world. They got it. The Salish, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I never have, never will. The Salish Sheed Council now represents 8.6 Amerindians across a multitude of tribes. Salish Maka, Sinchirak, and others. They've adapted to the awakening better than other nations thanks to a deeper connection to the world, both physical and spiritual. You can see that connection alive in Shannon now. You notice the shift in her focus as she returns to the present. She nods to you. You can sense the spirits in this place. Now you just need to find them. Those tricksy spirits running around hiding in corners underneath the beer barrels and everything else. Although I hope there wouldn't be a beer barrel at any place like this. So let me jump into cover first and foremost. And then I suppose we'll take consideration to Woogie once again. That worked out pretty well in the last battle. So let's throw Woogie online here. And Woogie's gonna not take the first shot because apparently Woogie can't shoot for shit. But hey, Woogie pulled it out, so far be it from me to doubt the Woogster. Oh, we got two shots off at 62%. Not bad, my friend. I don't know if this character has a bunch of dodge or what it is, but definitely a little bit tougher to hit. We're gonna use aim shots up first. There's not a load of cover to be taken here, but I am going to try and get everybody into a spot that at least makes them safe. So let me get my assault rifle here. And down they go. We need to get rid of these guys before we can summon the spirit. Alright, I'll bear that in mind. Thanks for the heads up. Now, I don't know who else is in here. It looks like, doing a quick look, we've got a guy with a ridiculous huge machete, so that's going to be a major issue that we want to pay attention to. We've got a guy with a shotgun down here. We've also got a guy in a punk rock vest who's probably just packing a pistol, I would suppose. I don't know who we can take fire at right now. 23% chance there. He's got no summons available. Let's then use his one extra, I suppose, to... oh, I don't know. We'll buff somebody's aim. So let's buff Splattercat's aim for now. Since he only gets one shot, I prefer to make... oh, there we go. That plus 12% should be nice. They're probably going to get some shots. Oh, he's firing at Woogie. You big jerk. Picking on a droid like that. Oh, and coming in with the assault rounds. Okay. So feeling a little nervous now. Let me bust out the assault rifle here and see what kind of damage we can get down the line. I may want to buff him up with haste as well. See if possibly we can get him back up to 2 AP before we go much further. Got a couple different people here that we can focus on, but I'm going to have Woogie take his shots right now. Can he do anything else? No, we'll have Woogie take his shots, though, at the troll that's coming up on, or the orc that's coming up on us, who's an adept. That's a really bad thing. Adepts are, you want to watch out for adepts, especially if they've got large machetes that they're wielding. Now that they're down, we're going to take a look at Hidden Fancy, who apparently doesn't have enough skills to use the burst fire, which I would prefer, but I guess we'll take shots at her. This troll up in front, 30 damage there, 10 with the first round, a crit, 2 times damage with the second for a total of 30. That troll is definitely hurting. Any bonus that was construed by the fact that they have that bone density. Definitely taken back there with that burst. I'm going to have Gallowglass take a shot with his AoE. 15 damage total, better than he could have done with a single strike, so I'm going to take that. Holding down in cover now, that round misses. The shotgun blast misses as well, so all in all, a really good turn for us. Machine gun fire misses, so all things that are making me feel pretty good about this engagement. With a final shot, Splattercat and his Shooby outfit managed to take people out. I'm going to move in for the kill here with the droid. Just dun 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 dun. There we are, and take a shot there. 10 more damage. Woogie is just holding it down, just stomping the yard like crazy. Let's go ahead and... Can I cast that on Woogie? I doubt that I can. In any case, let's go ahead and buff up Splattercat for the time being so that he can have 2 AP per turn. There we are, so he's hasted. Hidden Fancy's got a 99% shot on him, so we're going to take it for half damage. 62 being the word there. We're going to take an aim shot at that long bomb attack. 5 damage. Not really the best we could have hoped for, but it's something. We'll take it. We could waste our time here healing somebody, but this combat is going remarkably well, so I'm not going to cry or worry about it. Let's fire just a 42% there. Not much. We'll take another 42%. 3 damage, so at least something happened during the course of that episode. Shotgun blast is going to miss, centered on that little group that's right next to each other. Sharing the same cover is a bit of a risk. Extra AP is going to allow us to swing out with Splattercat, take a shot at this orc here. 5 damage. Hopefully we can get him killed off before we get much further. And so 2 shots there, Woogie coming through. Shannon is going to use another aimed round. Hopefully we can kill him. 6 damage there. She's got another round, but chances of it hitting are pretty slim, but it did manage to connect. And so down he goes. Using all of our default attacks, we seem to have gotten the job done. Let's make sure that we're not completely and totally... I'm going to clear the whole building before we do anything else. So let me move out. We're going to check this room right here. Once we've checked this room, we'll check this one down below. So Splattercat with his 2 AP, we're going to have him fan out. He's actually a pretty strong combatant. He's doing much better than a lot of the other combatants that we have. In fact, he's got a lot more abilities than even our street samurai, so maybe my allocation of his karma has been a bit much since we started out. I might consider dropping points into other things. These guys are all going to line up on this door because I know this is a dead end and this is going to lead to other areas, so I prefer to have as many of these guys lined up behind this door for when we kick it open as possible. Gallow Glass hasn't been a massive contributor to the overall combat anyways, so just something to think about. It doesn't look like we've got anything in there. So let's go ahead and sprint him on out of the room. We'll get people lined up on either side of this door. Not going to kick it in just yet, though. We're just going to bypass the turn. And let's get Gallow Glass down here as well. So we're in position. Let's get Woogie in position as well. We're going to have Woogie pop the seal on this door. And we're actually going to have him go in first since he's not an actual living soul. Sorry, Woogie. You don't have a soul, and that's just how it goes. So let's go ahead and get our other Shadowrunners into position now. I'm just going to stream through the door like a nasty Shadowrunny tide. And it sounds as though they've got somebody lined up. Let's go ahead and get our samurais in firing position. And down comes a guy with a shotgun. He's got full cover. Unfortunately, we can't really blast him out of that cover. I'd like it if we could. Believe you me, it would be pretty sweet. Taking a shot. We got a critical strike right there, which is something that I absolutely am stoked about. Let's move Woogie forward. We're going to have him be our advanced guard here, our advanced battalion. With a 50-50 shot, he managed to miss there. Let's move Shannon up to this cover. She's got full cover, which is going to allow her to take an aim shot at this orc up in the front. She missed as well. Our luck had to come in at some point. 49% chance to hit there. I think what I would rather do is move up in cover and just take a strong dominant position in this room. Gallow Glass is our healer, so I'm not really worried about getting him into the room too quickly. We're only really using him as a backup plan in case things go wrong, which they appear to be going rapidly, so it looks as though our orc has taken a little bit of damage. We're also getting flanked here, which is going to be a major issue. So let's consider... He's already used his aim shot. Let's take a round at the melee gent right there. He's going to take 10 damage. Our Doberman is point blank, so he should be able to finish the job. There it is, and so the Doberman finishes it off. Shannon, let's go ahead and have her summon something. So we're going to do a level 2 elemental who will get to act on the first turn that it's in, I think. Oh, and that is badass. That is super cool. I'm actually really excited about this. What can he do? So he's got Stun Bolt, which reduces their AP by 1. And then he's also got a powerful magical Mana Bolt, which deals damage. So let's have him take a shot there. Wow, he is badass as hell. That thing is creepy as... Wow, that thing is creepy as shit. If you woke up with that in the corner of your bedroom, I might need some new rubber sheets. And Shannon also has the advanced benefit of having leftover AP, so she's going to mana bolt as well for 99%. And it goes with a crit or a half crit for 12 damage. I will definitely accept that result. Our orc samurai is not looking so good at the moment, but I think she'll be alright in the long run. Killed off the first character and then got a crit on the second. I'm going to have Yellow Glass move into cover. He's going to take some time out here and then cast a cure on our samurai, which should, there we go, 12 HP back, so all things considered, not bad. Another grenade, so I grenade baited myself once again. I don't really care since they're both summons. I mean, the primeval, not a big deal. We can take long bomb shots here. Instead, what I think I'll do is we'll use our 1 AP to kind of advance. Maybe move Woogie out of the way on this next turn, I don't know. Woogie will probably be fine, but, charge! The charge of the light Woogie brigade. And 60 damage right there, or 60% chance to hit. Not 60 damage. Unfortunately, the shot failed because I believe we could use a little bit more, what is this? Escape chance. Oh, I have to choose how much willpower I dedicate. Alright. So there we go. He's back, and what is this right here? Banishing the spirit. Oh, okay. It looks like they can use Mana Bolt on every turn, so I'm definitely going to make the commitment to doing that. 8 more damage on him. And then we'll take a look at Hidden Fancy, who's got a reasonable chance to hit. Put a couple rounds down range. There it is. And so we have finished off the combat. That's the last one. She says to follow her. We will do that in just a moment, but let's kind of pan and scan around, see if there's anything new here since the last time we were on the premises. So we picked up an Ares flight recorder. I'm supposing that was probably what they were here for. They managed to find their objective. They just couldn't hold on to it. But, you know, the better team has won. You know, they send the Nerd Castle out. Anytime you deploy the Nerd Castle, you know there's going to be trouble, and that's how we hold it down here at the castle, so I guess let's go talk to Shannon Halfsky, get our dialogue on. I will now summon the spirit, and that is... yikes. It's like something out of a nightmare. The air grows cold, and the spirits of the dead, children, coalesce from the vapor of your breath. Their cherubic faces are burned, and their lips quiver as if they are about to cry, but their eyes are round and vacant. They glare at you, unblinking. We are the innocents who perished in the flames, choking on smoke as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. We show the magical fetish to the spirits. We no longer see the world of flesh, Seeker, only the essence and aura of living things. Words, though, words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night, this place was filled with a scream that went on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died, and so we come to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned the man's remains. This spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. We show the second magical fetish to the spirits. When the other had gone and had returned to our vigil, we found 2 creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos, yet his spirit was corrupt from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. The second we knew to be a troll. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of a man whose sister now chants to us for justice. The elf, his essence remains in this place where the man died. Something has been left behind, a small part of him, perhaps. We show the third fetish. Through us you shall bear witness and hear the words of the elf and troll. Prepare yourself. That thing is super creepy. I'm gonna see that thing tonight when I go to sleep. God. Your stomach lurches as the spirit passes into you, a heavy presence settling somewhere deep within your soul. You simultaneously feel like driver and passenger as time folds in on itself and you experience the moment after the murder that took place the night before. You don't so much see the elf and troll as you feel them. You idiot. There's no need to anesthetize him. He's already dead. Sorry, Doc. I usually put them out before you go to work on them at the hospital. Is this one volunteer too? He lets out a little giggle. Yeah, they all volunteer. Just like I volunteered for this bit of butchery. Our presence grows weary. We show the fourth fetish. One of the spirits stares at the object for a long, long time. It lets out a sigh of relief as if reunited with a loved one after a long absence. It closes its eyes. Its face, once a mask of pain and despair, appears hopeful. May I depart, speaker. I wish the rest I have long waited for. Let's tell it to stay. We do have another fetish. The spirits begin to fade, all but the one. Its eyes harden and it takes full measure of you as if to commit everything about you to memory. And I may require something further of you someday. With the spirits gone, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical tether connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps one of the emotional tolls of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They were with him when he died. Are you all right? She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first few. No, but I will be. I don't want that for him. Not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. He is free. What we do now, we will do for the living. Thank you, and you're right. This isn't over yet. We have to find that piece of the elf spirits spoke of. That piece of the elf the spirits spoke of. It's our best hope for stopping this. So what are we looking for now? I'm not really positive. I guess we've got a little yellow arrow, so let's run around in here really quickly and make sure there's nothing we can loot down in here. It's not letting me click over here, so I'm going to assume it's a little bit out of bounds. Let's shooby our way on over to the yellow arrow here. It wants us to take a look in this box. This crate of goodies. Or at least the crate of goodies if you're an airplane. This is probably like a big old box of porn for airplanes. We get 8 karma, and we find DNA evidence. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. The piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from afar. Perhaps she can. Is it enough to target a spell? All I need is a drop in adequate time. But I'm feeling quite drained. I need to rest before I can try anything so involved. When I'm capable, I'll commune with Bear, consult with spirits, and do what must be done. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. I have some friends that might be able to help. Good. Let me know if you learn anything about this elf and troll pair. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes. For my brother. I'll see what I can do. And so it looks like we're all done here. Let's go ahead and fish around. I don't think there's anything else. We looked around pretty solidly beforehand, so let's get the hell on up out of here. Let's take a look at our karma, actually. And let me see, with 15 karma, we should be able to do a pretty good amount of upgrading. So first things first, let's throw something into charisma so that we can get ourselves another etiquette and possibly get ourselves lined up with better options when we're talking to people. This time I'm going to go with Shadowrunner because I feel like that's something we should just have on hand. We are a Shadowrunner, so not being able to associate with other Shadowrunners is kind of a strange handicap to have for ourselves. That leaves us with 11 karma left over. I suppose we will go with... we can go with a bit more intelligence. We might consider putting more points into drones because our drone doesn't seem to aim very well, but maybe going with drone combat down here would be the smarter idea. I don't know if I should upgrade drones in general. We weren't planning on playing this as a rigger, so I'm skeptical about jumping into that bed too quickly. Our combat skills are good, so let's make sure that we're roundabout on decking. So I'm going to go 5 points into ESP control first, and then we'll drop the 6th point into decking. There we are. And so in the future, maybe we'll upgrade our drone, but for now, I'd prefer that we be good at the job that we're trying to do, since it seems like the hire-ons and the extra newbies aren't so great at it. We can't click that, it was blinking at me, but, you know, I was considering possibly opening up a new area, maybe something good would happen. After hours, when you return to the Seamstress Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Without its colorful staff cast of regulars imposing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge are deserted except for a handful of janitors. Yeah, but that means Mr. Clean is probably here. Mr. Clean always knows what's going on. Can't kind of associate with any of that back there. Got kind of a killer drum set right there. Jump on that and throw down. Hey, I just swept there. Sorry, man. I hate it when people do that. Back when I was working, I used to just loathe it when I would vacuum and then somebody would walk through it. Gathered around the intimate back bar, Mrs. Kubota and her coterie gather for breakfast with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy calf and something resembling sausages fills the room. What's in these sausages? God, who wants to know in this world of synthesized food? It could be just about anything. Evening, sir. What's the word around town, Mr. Clue? There's been more talk of the Ripper killing. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. There's gotta be more to it than just that. My thoughts exactly. People are too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the consensus. Or check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes, throw a rock. You're more than likely to hit one of them. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime, though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clue. Buddy reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, I'm not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, sir. Seems like he's coming around. He's opening up a little bit. Probably on account of the fact we've helped most of the patrons here. Oh, hey-oh, would you like some... She stops. Forgive me, Ome, but you look like hell. It's been a long night. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away. No one to follow you. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your face there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? We found some DNA evidence and we need to analyze it. This is excellent. I'll unlock the piano so you can go downstairs. I'm certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they're awake. It's unlikely you'll visit the Matrix before the day is done. Oh, it is likely. Okay. May I take a sausage? Take the whole plate. Fantastic. I love bratwurst. I don't know if you guys are bratwurst fans, but I can put away some beer brats. Believe you me, I don't have a German bone in my body or wherever. I don't even know where bratwurst are from, but you know what? Those things are damn fine eateries. Let's transition on down into the safe house and see what we can rope up in here. The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix, the cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network, a digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that could fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you take in the Matrix can be tracked if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker and you can die. Yikes. Terrifying stuff, that. Going all blank in the head, end up drooling and using a bedpan for the rest of your life. Not the way to end a career as a Shadowrunner. As someone that values his brain, that would be just the worst kind of punishment for my clandestine activities. Well, we could talk to Van Grass. I don't think we have enough time to open up a new avenue, though, so... Yikes. I'm considering cutting this one a tad short. Van Grass says, was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? Got a flight recorder, man. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you for, say, 20%. That leaves $2,000 for you. We'll use corporate etiquette. I know what I have, bud. Make it $2,500 and it's yours. Shrewd. Alright, I'll do you a favor. That's right, you've been ripping us off on the last couple deals. The least you can do is cut us in on this one. So that looks like the only group of people we can actually talk to. I think what I'll do for now, I'm going to cut this one short. I know you guys dislike it when I do that, but I'll try and upload this one and the next one at the same time so that you can jump straight in. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another playthrough of Shadowrun Returns. Things are starting to heat up in our investigation. I'm looking forward to have you guys here next time to discuss all of the outcomes of these potential, well, you know, these potential conspiracies. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody.